Good morning, good afternoon, good evening across the country, around the world. Welcome back to Cities Skylines, sorry, and the Inland Empire, San Bernardino. We last left off, I'd done Auto Show Road and some residential here, and I started working on this industrial here. Played a little bit off camera, added a few more things like a police station, fire station, a clinic to get these guys to upgrade to 3rd level. They're a little less polluting that way. Plus, they'd get higher educated jobs. They need more people who are higher educated to work there, so that helps with the type of educated citizens I have. However, well, things are okay. They're not great, but they're okay. Let's see if it's still going on. Yeah, it's still going on. We have the crazy train back up, and I was checking out the forums on Steam and other places, and apparently that's a known bug where they don't despawn out at the border of the map. They just don't delete themselves fast enough or whatever. They don't go away fast enough. So you get backups. Hopefully that's something that CO and Paradox are aware of. But it was odd, or I think it's odd, because while they're not leaving, nobody's coming in either. Nobody was bringing fresh materials. So these guys are all starting to complain, I need more raw materials, I think just like the fuel for like the coal or oil power plants, we must reach a limit on how much cargo can be shipped in to a city via different methods. Oops, seeing this guy just populated here, 13%. That's really, no, oh, well that works because I can close it then. No, go, there, go away. Anyway, so we got a little bit of that. I actually did they were complaining about not enough services in general. I just added a few more container parks to act as parks. So that helped raise that up, and I put in a police station down here too, I believe, just to give them police coverage because they didn't have any of that. So this area is doing a little better than it was, but a lot of them are saying not enough raw materials. So in the interest of that, I think I got the same thing. Ooh, full cemetery. I think I was having the same thing over here. Yeah, a little bit, not as bad. For some reason they're getting better serviced. I was also getting to a point where I was running out of power because so many of these guys were not getting their shipments of oil and coal a little bit. So here we are, solar. In reality, this area here isn't used for much. It's a bunch of fields, not even fields, dirt paths. I think there's like a, what are they called? National Guard armory somewhere in here, but there's lots of just kind of empty fields or storage flat places. So taking a small jump ahead and threw in these guys, that helped get our power up well above anywhere we'll need it for a long time. And you can see a chunk of these guys aren't working at all because they just aren't getting any fuel. So we'll get rid of those. But that'll help the power issues. It's not something I care to have to work with, so we got that taken care of. And then I had to kind of stop and look at the maps a little bit and figure out, okay, what road is where here? Again, the scale, not perfect, but we got it close. This road is pretty much Mount Vernon. This is, I'd have to look at the map off to the side. And it already went dark. Hold on, let's see. So that's Mount Vernon. And oh, yes. So this will be Rancho. And this is going to be Pepper. And then we get probably a little over here is Riverside Avenue, like kind of the main up and down route through Rialto. So we'll fill this in with residential in a bit. Part of me is tempted because in the real world, there's this cargo yard up here. And I think I mentioned this before. There's this cargo yard up here, which is all the crazy cargo stuff, all the containers. Down here is actually a couple of spurs, but it's giant parking lots, and I want to say it's GM. They drop off their cars here. This is where you get, like, most of the new cars, I think, in Southern California end up here, and they park them in these giant rows, and then they load them up onto, car carrier trucks, take them off somewhere. So there is kind of a yard here in reality. So part of me is tempted to plop in a yard like right here somewhere, just to give these guys access to cargo, because right now their cargo access is meh, and not all of them are at three stars. Might do that. Still contemplating that. Anyway, I also, after I finished playing, popped in another couple of schools, let this fill in a little bit. That way it'll help level these guys up because they have access to that education stuff. But I also started a mining area because this is all coal under here, right? That's what I did. That's what it is, right? Ore. Yeah. Yes. Ore. So I put that in here. Did I zone? I did. Interesting. And no one's moving in yet. Well, we'll let that go for a while. Put it on high speed. I want to try to get some mining going so that I can hopefully get, what's it called? So that I can hopefully get some raw materials delivered to my places, to my plants. Well, there's some industrial, although it might be that it's more commercial demand. Either way, I'm going to flesh out this area with residential. I think I'm going to put a cargo terminal right here just to appease these guys. And we'll move on from there and see where we can go. Back with you guys in just a bit. Alright, so gridded out this area here. I did add a cargo terminal here just to give these guys a little more access. Hopefully it'll help. I'm not really sure. We'll see what happens. Zone residential, that's all that's popped up so far, but happily enough, we got some mining stuff coming in, so that's good. And that'll provide employment, which will hopefully push back up our population demand. Yep, there it goes, positive again. Excellent. We already dropped down below that. The game has interesting fluctuations. It fluctuates between a few thousand a lot of times. And the way I'm playing this game, again, to do kind of the realistic, a lot of this is so much suburban sprawl. There's some high density up here by the college, and I did that, and this is really higher density than it should be. But, sorry, checking the trains. Can't see any. Not that they're not there. Might reconnect that in a few minutes. But the way normal people would normally play this game, they'd have tons of high density all over the place already. I don't, so it might be a bit of a challenge to get this up where we need it to actually meet that next goal of 75,000 in the space I have. I mean, I can still... There's mining here. This is residential and a bunch of commercial. Residential and a lot of commercial here too. So I have options. Plus I can flesh out some of these spaces and plop in some more residential, just kind of make it hug the freeway. Not that that's great. And I have this space up here too. And Muscoy. So I have plenty of space to keep expanding. I just hope it's enough to actually get to 75,000. Oh, right. I was going to plop in some commercial here. Along the backside of Valley College. Not the whole side. There we go. Like so. And, oh, right. One. Slow speed. Fast speed. There we go. I should see stuff plopping in. Good, and these are expanding. That's nearly all that I have zoned. Yeah, most of it. So, from what I've seen in other players, you zone too much of this, it goes real fast, they don't get workers, they have a lot of places have 0 workers still. Oh my. Or a small fraction of the workers they need. But they're new places, so they won't start complaining yet. People should start finding their way here to work here shortly. Hopefully. Here's hoping. Oh, good. So industry's back on the rise. Commercials doing good. Do. No, not enough workers. See, it's interesting. There's not enough workers. Oh, unemployment's 4%. That's not bad. Disappeared before I could get to it. I know I'm working on getting you guys more raw materials. Chill out. Yeah, and all these guys need workers. The ebb and flow of this game is interesting. Let's see. Going to keep plopping in residential zones. Hopefully it'll stimulate some growth here. Gosh, this must not have ended up being very square. Oopsie. We'll do all that. Get some residentials in here, and up here as well. That's enough for now. Come on, residentials, move in. Anyway, the way that the ebb and flow of the game moves is interesting. Drop it down. Interesting. Interesting. Sorry, I'm saying that word a lot today, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, well, I hear a lot of upgrading going on. That's good. We'll see. Yeah, they all need workers. The thing about these places, there's only one level to them. That's it. Just one level. But they need some well-educated, some educated, but most of the citizens in the city are pretty well-educated. Or highly educated. Yeah, see, look at the demographics there. It's not something that is conducive to these guys. Which makes balancing these things kind of hard sometimes. Okay, you still want more commercial? Okay, let's see. This is, what did I say this was? Mill Street. And this is Pepper. Alright, I'm going to run... Yeah. Got this road's kind of the edge of the residential. I'm going to run one more road along here. Yeah, and this is all going to be a big commercial strip. So I can squeeze in a 4-lane road here. Somewhere. Oh. Really? Oh. I gotta put that guy back, don't I? There we go. That should help. That should make that happy. Let's see now then. Can I do it? Yeah, I'll take that. Yes. Ish. Yeah, we'll live with that. And there. That'll work too. Alright, good. Yes. Now we can plop in a bunch of commercial and try to satisfy that need. Yeah, because in reality, this is like downtown Colton here-ish. Just like another little downtown. Maybe I'll plop in some of those things, some parks and stuff to kind of make the citizens happy with all this noise pollution here. But for the moment, got that commercial there. Needs a bit more. There we go. And go. Yeah, they all need workers. Trying to build your population, buddy. It's just not going all that quickly, is it? Oh, actually. No. Oh, I haven't put any of those parks yet? Wow, okay. That's right. Hill Valley Clock Tower. Oh, with a big old park in front of it? There we go. Yeah, let's put it here. That's cool looking. And then I'm going to try to... I know you don't have any power. I'm going to try to fill in that space with some other parks and things. What else do I have that's... No, nothing that's really applicable. Okay. Let me just get a few more parks here to flesh that out. Maybe a small... Oh, maybe a powered parking lot, just to give it a parking lot. And that'll give him his power, and the power stretcher is cool. I'm going to do a park as well. What, a plaza? Doesn't quite fit, does it? We'll do it on this side, though. There we go. And then... Ooh, so many container yards. I need to thin those out. It looks like, just on the Steam Workshop a few minutes ago... Oh yeah, and I enabled the endless infinite resources, so that this will always have ore and oil, so it doesn't run out right away. But I was looking at Steam Workshop, and it looks like the improved assets panel, which is one of the few things that weren't working with the recent update, but it looks like the improved assets panel is online with the new update. I'll have to go out and play with that a little bit after I finish recording this episode. Oh yes, no power for you guys. We'll see if that'll be enough for you. Until you stretch and meet somewhere else. That's enough for now. Cool. We'll see if we have to run power lines across. Actually, you know what? I might just do that anyway. Just to ensure connectivity. Good, good, good. Yeah, that is a little messy, isn't it? Well then, let's do something. Here in this area, let's see. Yeah, this first off-ramp is really odd the way it is in real life. It's set up quite odd. This one too. Let's see. We'll take it from there down to here. That'll help with that. And then here, we'll take from the road. Come on. Yeah, this one is kind of out on the side on a road behind some buildings, I think. And this one over here actually runs like to a street that like is just in the middle of stuff. So I don't feel too bad about that, and it'll help with these intersections. Let me just fix that little guy. There we go. Otherwise that would bug me seeing that difference there. And then background noise. And that way it'll flow a little better and the game won't be quite as upset with me. Yeah. Good, 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 good. And some of these places can't find any workers, so they're leaving. They just leave. That's okay. We'll get this to balance out with what we have, what we need, and what we can supply as far as workers go. Gosh, people are still leaving? Why? Why are you leaving? And the commercials are filling in, so that's good. Oh. There's still a high commercial demand. I'll give them these 3x3s. That was something I saw on some other channels as they play. Once you get to a certain point, commercial demand is up and nothing else, and it just stays as a high commercial demand. It's really odd and awkward that it stays that high for that long when your population... I mean, really? Do they didn't really need that many shops to shop in? It just seems odd. Oh, good, we got this space too. I'm going to go ahead and fill it in. Let me see if I can... Ooh. 2-lane road, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That'll... try to maximize our space usage here. Oh, no. Not commercial. Of course, it's all askew and odd. That's okay. We'll fill in these guys too. It'll give us plenty of space for residentials to populate. Yeah, this one too. And by the park. It'll stimulate something. Did all that too, right? Yeah. Okay, well, there's fewer of them. That's why few of them are complaining about having employees, but I doubt they're at full strength. Yeah, no, they're not even halfway. Interesting. But I've got those guys going. I wonder if that's helping at all. No, some of them, they still want resources. Oh, I think... Here, let us reconnect. Where is it? There it is. Reconnect. Oh, yeah, and I also... don't play with this stuff usually, but I also lowered the budget of the trains, trying to see if that would help eliminate some of the train traffic. Didn't really seem to do anything. But we'll see if that will get us to bring freight in. Or not. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see what happens. Alright. We got all this commercial plopping back in. They need workers. They need employees. Unemployment's still pretty low. There's lots of jobs. They just need people to move in. Come on, peoples. Move your butts in. Just try throwing in a few parks here and there. Ooh. Seeing if that'll help stimulate things, get people to move in. It might not be so much of an attractor. It might just be something that helps make them happier once they're there. But we'll see. I think if it makes them happier, makes it look more desirable, like they'll want to move in. We'll see. We shall see. I might just have to bite the bullet here and, like how I went ahead and upgraded to the solar power plants over here, might just have to upgrade, like, this area right here to high density. So I know just north of, like, the mall, there's one or two, I don't want to say high-rise, but medium-rise apartment buildings here. So, might do that. We'll see. It's something to think about. It'll help boost our population. I don't really want to play the game to boost the population. That wasn't the goal going into this. It was to create a realistic area and see if it would function. I think that the way... how to say this? Well, I think part of it might be the way that I've built the colleges. They're so big and there's so much ridiculous amount of capacity that everybody and their mother gets educated. And yet some don't still, which is odd. But everybody's educated, which drives up these overall education levels really high. Are you empty? Empty. Good. But you are full. Empty. Anyway, it drives the education levels up really high and makes it hard for other businesses to work. Like on these, the lower ends, the lower end of the education scale. And from what I've seen in other games, other players, other YouTubers, it's not so much, these guys just can't do it, they bulldoze themselves, and they come back, and then they have nobody to work for them. But hopefully this will flesh out a bit. Oh, we're back over 50,000, so good we got back to that level. I think I'll be signing off in a bit. I'm going to let this run and let this hopefully populate, and we'll see if we can get these worker issues resolved. What was I saying though? I've seen other YouTubers. Crud. I forgot what I was thinking. Where my train of thought was going. And I apologize for that. Poop, 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 poop. Interesting that, like I said, the ebb and flow of this stuff. Either way, we got up to 50,000, so we got back to where we were. I think it'll take a while to get up to 70,000, although then again I went from like 42 to 50 just in like half an hour of playing and just letting the game do its thing. All these things, they eventually balance themselves out. 4%, yeah. Whoa. A little jumpy there. Anyway, back to 50,000. Continuing with this, starting our mining operations. We'll see if we can keep... see if we can try to get some people to work here. Even if they're overeducated, it's okay. They'll be doing it. And it'll keep our city going and hopefully give these guys some resources because they're starting to... Oh, they need workers. Fascinating. We'll see. I might bite the bullet, like I said, and put in some high-density residential here. I'm trying to think where else there might be some. Maybe a little more over here. Make these more apartment complexes here. And there's a little bit here. I know there's some apartment complexes here as well. We'll see. Maybe fill in this area here. Maybe back here. Something to drive up our population. That way we can get these some extra squares, keep moving, keep building, and see if we can eventually get to my goal of building the area. I know I'm doing this with like the game as the game, because that made sense. Before you have to buy the tiles and things. I could buy one now, but I'm not going to yet. I could have just started the game and had all 25 unlocked and just gone from there. But I kind of like, again, I was trying to play the game to test the game too, to see if it would function, see if it would do what I want it to do. Testing the game. Said testing the game so many times. Anyway, I'm going to call it for now. It's my day off, but I got other things to do. So, sorry if this one was a little slow, a little boring. Working through the issues of the game. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. If you like, hit like. If you really like, hit subscribe. I hope to do a couple of these every week. And catch you later.